Hey everyone, this video is another one with a spicy edition over on Wattpad. I'll let you know when. This concept was a suggestion I got a while ago on Instagram from this person. I liked the idea a lot, so thank you. Though I totally ignored this part, LMAO. Ahem, anyways, hope you all enjoy the video. Our favorite students are nearing the end of their third and final year at school, and one of their final tasks was to spend 2 weeks helping elementary school kids get the hang of their quirks. Deku had spent his time in a group with Yurika, Momo, and Kaminari, and he'd ended up getting very close with a little girl who still hadn't shown any signs of a quirk. He had tried his best over the weeks to reassure her and give her his little pep talks in hopes she wouldn't be so scared of being quirkless, until the last day of their time with the kids. Hey Nagiri-chan, are you alright? I'm not sure, I'm not feeling super good, Deku-senpai. Hey Yurika? I'm going to take Nagiri-chan to the nurses. Could you watch over the sand pit for me please? Sure, get well soon Nagiri-chan. Deku took the little girl's hand and led her toward the school building, but before they could make it inside she suddenly stopped walking and started breathing more frantically. Sa-senpai, you should get away. What's wrong? I'm not going to leave you, we've gotta get you checked over. Here, come, you're breathing with me. No? Please get away. The moment she yelled, a flash of electricity shot from her little hands, right into Deku, and everyone looked over in panic only to see Nagiri crying alone. Where's Deku-kun? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. He disappeared? Momo and Yurika looked to each other in fear for a moment as Kaminari gathered the other children farther away from the crying girl. Here Nagiri-chan, put these gloves on sweetie, they're special and they'll stop that from happening again, okay? Can you come with me to the nurse's office? Are you sure I won't make you disappear too? Momo wavered for a moment. She had only made ordinary gloves, but convincing Nagiri to calm down was her top priority, so she made a promise and led the little girl inside, just as Aizawa arrived. Sensei? Deku just got evaporated? What, is this some game you're playing with the kids? No sensei, Deku-kun has been looking after a little girl who hadn't shown her quirk yet, but just before you arrived she did, and Deku disappeared. Has anyone been informed of this? Momo took her to the nurse, but then you arrived. So no. Hey guys. Deku, where are you? I'm not sure, it's dark. But I can hear you. Yurika, do you have your phone on you? Oh, yeah, it does sound like, oh my god. She pulled her phone out of her pocket and there Deku was, on her screen. Oh, hey. Why do you have Deku as your wallpaper? Do you love him? That's not my wallpaper. Look, he's literally moving and talking. Oh, I'm in your phone? I guess that makes sense. I wasn't even close to you. Why would that quirk have put you in my phone? I'm not just in your phone. Their jaws dropped as Deku walked off the side of the screen, until they heard his voice again and Kami pulled his phone out to see Deku grinning and waving. Sigh, okay, Yurika, please can you find Yorozu and you three come to the car. The doctors will run tests on the girl's quirk and I'll ask for updates. For now there's nothing else we can do, so let's just get you back to the dorms as planned. After Momo was brought back and they were all driving back in Aizawa's car, Kami could not stop giggling and practically cradling Deku in his phone. You're so tiny and cute. He tried poking the screen, which made Deku yelp and swat his hands around. I can feel that. Stop poking me? What? You feel it? His face immediately lit up and he used his finger to pet Deku's hair through the screen, making the freckled boy blush and try to waft him away, but it was futile as he could not affect the real world from where he was. So instead he huffed and walked off the screen again. Wait, no? Come back, I'm sorry, I'll stop. Poor Deku, stuck inside phones, and then you go and make it more unbearable. What? Don't say it like that, I was just petting him. We're almost at the dorms. Aizawa looked down in shock to the car's navigation system to see Deku looking at the map. How do you do that? Oh, I'm not really sure, but I'm in this sort of empty space full of screens. There's thousands, millions even. It honestly just seems never-ending. You must have been transported into the electrical currents or something. I don't know. When they made it back to the dorms, Deku headed back to Yurika's phone, ignoring Kami who was begging for him to come back to his, as they met up with the rest of their classmates in the common area. Where is Midoriya? Hello? Wait, why is he on video call? Why didn't he come back with you guys? It's not a video call. I'm inside the phone. Yeah right, like I believe that. Deku raised an eyebrow before walking off the side of the screen, making a bunch of them gasp. That's super cool, and creepy. How did you guys do that? It's not a joke or some magic trick. Hey Deku, are you coming back to my phone? He cradled it in his hands hopefully, until suddenly the TV beside them all turned on. Aha, I knew I could turn it on. Are the teachers aware that this has happened? The little girl who accidentally caused it is having her quirk assessed and stuff at the moment, so we're just waiting for more news. How are we supposed to just wait while we don't even know if he's safe and okay? I mean, he seems fine, love. Trust in the people who know what they're doing, yeah? Kiri held Todoroki's shoulder soothingly and the boy sighed but nodded. As they were all distracted, Bakugo had stood up and walked over to the TV. Ka-chan, what are you doing? They all turned just as Bakugo exhaled a small laugh and pressed the power button, turning off the TV. Bakugo, what the hell did you do? We don't know what that does to him. Why would you do that? Oh come on, I'm just having fun. If he could turn it on, then surely turning it off doesn't do anything. We don't know that. That was pretty crazy of you, dude. Why hasn't he come back yet? They all looked to their phones in panic. The silence even made Bakugo worried, so he grabbed his own phone as his heart started to race. Come on Izuku, I was just playing. You're totally fine, right? It almost seemed like everyone was holding their breath, until they heard a faint tutting and a sigh. You're mean, Ka-chan. Bakugo looked to the smartwatch on his wrist to see the tiny little green-haired boy inside, pouting with his arms crossed. Don't scare us like that. You could have killed me. Bakugo went silent and flushed red, looking to the rest of his classmates who were also clearly upset with him. Yeah, I'm sorry for doing something so stupid without thinking. Hihi, I forgive you. Why everyone looks so big from this tiny screen. Get out my watch, dumbass. Deku only grinned wider and hopped across to Bakugo's phone, making him roll his eyes and shove it back into his pocket. Hey, don't put me back here. His voice was muffled until the TV flicked back on and he huffed with red cheeks. Deku can feel pets through phone screens, so does that mean he just felt himself being pressed against Bakugo's butt cheek? Why didn't you tell me that before, you pervert? I didn't know I would just get shoved into a pocket like that. Oh my god, stop fighting. Midoriya, are you feeling okay? Like, hungry, tired, anything uncomfortable? I'm not hungry even though I haven't eaten in hours. I'm not tired either, but it's not late yet. I feel like I will be tired later, but hunger seems irrelevant in here. How are you supposed to sleep inside a phone or TV? Deku thought for a moment before closing his eyes. The TV immediately turned off and the students froze in shock, until a few moments passed and it switched on again. Whoa, I just thought about sleeping and totally almost fell asleep just standing here right now. Right, this is super interesting and all, but I'm gonna head to my room now. I do have studying to get done. Me too, but I hope this all gets sorted soon, Deku-chan. Deku waved from the TV as a bunch of his classmates filtered off to their respective rooms, but Kami only stepped closer and began poking the screen. I can't feel it here. No fair. Please come back to my phone. No, Kami, OMG, you should come to my PC while I play League to see if you can affect the game. You know, I'd rather not jump into a video game where the aim is to kill everyone, just in case. That's definitely a bad idea. Midoriya, would you like to use my phone as a sort of home for the time being? Oh, that would be nice, thank you. He wandered off the TV as Kami continued to whine, even reaching forward to try and touch Todoroki's phone as he appeared there, but Zero held him back. Sorry you guys, come on Kami, I'll play with you today, let Midoriya rest. Sigh, fine. I'll keep an eye on him and keep everyone updated. Oh Kirishima, did you want to come to my dorm for the evening? Nah, it's alright babe, I know you've got studying to do and you can look after Midobro for now. Okay, see you tomorrow. Kiri pecked his lips softly and Deku cooed from his phone, making Todoroki blush and point his phone away as he rushed back to his room. It's cute you still get shy. I'm still getting used to the openness of his affection. I don't have a problem with it, I just find it hard to be carefree about it. I understand. Oh, thank you for letting me use your phone by the way. If you ever want some time alone just let me know and I'll find somewhere else for a while. I hardly use my phone anyway and all I need to do tonight is go over my notes from this week. Oh, if I sit here and study you'll be bored, won't you? I would just study with you, but I don't think that's possible from in here. I don't mind you working though. I can go explore a little and come back to sleep later. Are you sure? You'll stay in the dorms, right? Of course. I'll just go see what everyone else is up to. It'll be fun. How long will you be studying? Come back in an hour. I shouldn't stay up too late with this tonight anyway, so giving myself a time limit will be good. Okay, see you later Todoroki-kun. He made his way throughout the endless realm of darkness, lit only by the various screens around him, firstly stepping through Sato's phone. Oh, hello. Sorry to barge in like this. Whoa, that's okay, you made me jump. I'm trying to perfect a new recipe for this cake. You're currently in front of my notes. Sorry? I'll get out of your way, good luck. He rushed off screen and stumbled across into the next one, seeing Mina working on some dance routines. Whatcha working on? Oh, Deku-kun? My favorite girl group released a new song, I'm learning the dance. I'd love to teach you when you're back to normal. It looks way too complicated for me. Nonsense, you gotta try at least. Maybe then, I'm just exploring at the moment so, have fun? Thanks. If you see Eureka tell her she can join me if she wants. Okay. He continued going through his classmates' phones, stopping to chat with Kiri who only asked how his boyfriend was doing. Then Tsu who was with Eureka, the two going to see Mina after Deku left, before disturbing Ida's studying and feeling bad again. Everyone's so busy today. He almost stumbled into Kami and Siro's game but managed to stop himself just in time. That really does look dangerous. Oh, what's that noise? He could hear some retro-sounding rock-type music playing from a screen further up, so he stepped inside and then froze in shock. The phone he was in was propped up on a dresser, and opposite him Bakugo was sat on his bed with a guitar in his lap, his hands awkwardly struggling to switch between chords quick enough to match the song playing. I didn't know you were learning to play guitar? Wha? The boy jumped a little on his bed before launching a pillow across the room at his phone. Deku landed with a thud face down on the floor and huffed as the screen went dark. That hurt you know. He was suddenly picked up and Bakugo was glaring down at him, grumbling as he sat back on his bed. You can't just show up and scare me like that. It's not okay to just hack my devices without permission. Oh, sorry. I was just exploring the places I could go and your music intrigued me. What if I was changing or something? You have to be careful going through people's rooms without warning. You're right. I'm sorry Ka-chan. Could I stay and watch you play for a bit? What? No, that's embarrassing. I'm not good yet. That doesn't matter. It's still cool to watch you learn. Bakugo sighed and put his guitar away, putting his phone on his bedside cabinet and running a hand through his hair. What are you doing? On a normal day you would never just show up asking to come into my dorm. Why is it different just cause you're inside phones? Well, normally I'd just be studying in my own room or off training. I can't do any of that from in here, so I guess I'm just trying to find things to distract myself from freaking out about potentially being stuck like this forever. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even think you were worried. You seemed like you were kinda having fun. I just don't want everyone to worry about me. This is interesting, don't get me wrong, but I don't know what I'll do if they can't get me back to normal. Oh come on, they'll figure it out. There's always a way to fix quirk mishaps like this. There's no need to panic, so just try and enjoy this weird experience while it lasts, I guess. Yeah, you're probably right. Besides, I do want to see what else I can do. Bakugo's eyebrows shot up as Deku turned around and reached forward, realizing that he could actually interact with what was on the screen behind him. Hey, what are you doing? You have a lot of pointless apps on your phone, Ka-chan. Why do you have so many email notifications? I dunno, I subscribed to a bunch of shit years ago and just never check anymore. Why are you snooping through my phone? Stop that! Bakugo grabbed his phone and frantically started fighting for control, prodding Deku and swiping at the screen himself as the freckled boy only laughed and kept clicking things. He managed to open Bakugo's photos and the blonde boy really started to panic. I'll turn it off. Nerd, stop. But it was too late, and Deku had swiped across to a selfie, a shirtless selfie. Oh. Bakugo immediately flushed red and switched his phone off, sitting frozen on his bed for a moment with his heart racing, before suddenly panicking and turning it on again, only to see his empty screen. Wait, you're okay, right? You were fine when I switched the TV off. Izuku, are you okay? I'm fine. Bakugo looked back down to his watch and sighed in relief to see a red-faced Deku shyly avoiding eye contact. I'm sorry for turning it off like that again. That was hot. Gosh, shut up, dumbass, get out of all my shit. Go somewhere else. I'm sorry, Ka-chan, really. Wait, before I go, why did you take that photo? Why does it matter? Did you send it to anyone? What? Why the fuck would I send that to anyone? Nobody was supposed to see it ever? Oh, so I'm the only one who knows you take hot selfies? Oh my god, go away. Hehe, good luck with the guitar, Ka-chan. He skipped off screen giddily and Bakugo sighed deeply, holding his face in hopes of cooling the redness of his cheeks. The fuck is he saying? Hot selfies? God, that's embarrassing. He looked back to the photo on his phone, hovering over the delete button for a moment before feeling his stomach twist. Well, if he actually thinks it's hot then, I can't delete it. He shut his phone off again and tossed it away from himself, flopping back on the bed in exasperation. Deku made his way back to Todoroki's room. It had been a little longer than an hour since he left, but he was sure he wouldn't mind. When he found his friend's phone, he smiled softly, noticing Todoroki was falling asleep at his desk. Pust, Todoroki-kun. Hey, don't fall asleep at your desk, you'll hate yourself when you're all achy tomorrow. Yeah. He mumbled and stretched, yawning as his sleepy eyes barely stayed open, before grabbing his phone and shuffling over to bed. Did you have fun exploring? Kiri told me to tell you he loves you. Cheesy, I know he does. Oh, also, look, I can interact with phones from here. It's definitely good you didn't go into Kaminari's video game then. How did you figure out you could do that? I just tried it while I was in Ka-chan's phone. I didn't get very far before he got mad and turned the whole thing off to stop me. He's too careless, considering we don't know enough about this quirk. It's fine, he just panicked and apologized after anyway. It was my fault for not stopping when he asked me to. Plus talking to him actually made me feel a lot better. I was worrying about some things before. Well, I'm glad you two could have a nice conversation for once. Hey, come on, you're so dramatic, Ka-chan, and I have been getting closer. Yeah, I guess, you've been better. It's nice. He broke off into another yawn and Deku giggled, urging him to put his phone down and get some sleep. Are you gonna sleep too? It's still a little early. I don't mind an early night, it'll be like we're having a sleepover. Alright then, good night, Midoriya. He plugged in his phone beside him to make sure it wouldn't die as Deku said good night. He watched as Deku closed his eyes and the screen went dark before rolling over and dozing off himself. Deku waited a few moments before opening his eyes again. The truth is he still wasn't tired, but didn't want Todoroki to stay up late worrying about him, so he made sure the boy was definitely asleep before heading off the screen. Most of the screens are dark now, everyone must be sleeping. Oh, what's that in the distance? He wandered further toward the brightest light of all, going inside only to realize it was the security cameras for a convenience store nearby. Oh, I left the dorms. Well, there's no real harm in exploring a little more, it should be easy enough to get back. He continued exploring, hopping through random TVs and cameras through the neighborhood, until, oh, I have no idea where this is, I've never been to this store before, I don't recognize this area, how do I get back to the dorms? He immediately started panicking, running through the darkness and scanning random screens, having no idea if he was getting closer or further away, until he finally found himself inside another phone. Hello, excuse me? Whoa, what the hell, who are you? Sorry? My name is Midoriya Izuku. I got hit by a quirk that put me inside devices, and I got lost. Lost? How? Well, I just wanted to explore, but I don't know where I am anymore. Where are we, sir? Oh, here. He pointed his phone toward a sign on the road he was walking down, and Deku thought for a moment. Oh god, I really did end up far. I guess it's because less screens are on at night. Well, thank you. Wait. Are you sure you know how to get back where you're going? I was just going to walk in that direction and hope for the best. Don't be silly. I can walk you back there. Where are you heading? Back to UA High School. Are you sure though? It's like a 15-minute walk. I always take a walk before I sleep. It'll just be a little longer tonight. Oh, and my name is Kenji, by the way. Thank you, Kenji-san. Sorry to trouble you like this. It's alright really. Makes my evening more interesting, to be honest. It'll be nice to have some company. Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. How come you always walk around at night? Do you have trouble sleeping? Well, my boyfriend has been away on business for the last couple weeks, so I find it hard to get to sleep without him. Sounds pathetic, I know. No, it doesn't. Feeling lonely sucks. Do you get to talk to him often at least? Kind of. I'm clingy, so I'd like to talk to him more, but he's actually abroad doing hero work in the US at the moment, that's why he's so busy. Wow, that's so cool. What's his quirk? Could you open my photos quickly? Oh sure. Deku turned and opened Kenji's photos, beaming excitedly as he scrolled through pictures his boyfriend had clearly sent him from America. His quirk seems similar to my friend Kirishima's. Oh, I know that kid. Honestly, I'm sorry if this sounds weird, but I knew you too before you introduced yourself. I just wasn't 100% sure it was really you. Do I know you? No, I just remember watching you guys in your first year sports festival. My boyfriend is obsessed with all the hero stuff, so anyway, sorry I'm rambling. Do you have a partner or anything? Huh? Oh, a butt boyfriend? No, I've never dated anyone. I see. Is that like a choice? You never wanted to, or? Sorry if I'm prying. No, it's okay. This is a stranger. I'll probably never see him again. There's no harm in being honest. It'll feel nice to tell someone. It's because I've always liked the same guy for as long as I can remember. I used to think it wasn't normal for boys to like boys, so I just thought it was another thing to add to my quirklessness that made me a freak. I could never tell Ka-chan I liked him. Not to mention how even just showing a normal amount of friendly care and affection used to make Ka-chan pick on me. There was no shot from the start. I'm sorry, how come you haven't moved on yet if this guy is so mean? He's not a bad person, he's always working on himself and gets less snappy and more understanding every day. He's so strong and funny and hardworking, plus he's like, really hot. Haha, I'm intrigued. Is he also in your class? I wonder if I'd remember him. Oh, I call him Ka-chan, but it's Bakugo, Katsuki. Oh my god, you're crushing on the crazy kid they had to put in restraints. Pfft, I feel bad that that's still Ka-chan's most memorable moment. Sorry. Well, hey, from now on I'll remember him in a better light thanks to you. I mean, if you've been into him for as long as you say, he must have a lot of redeeming qualities. He really does. I can't find it in me to even see his negative qualities as bad things. It's all just Ka-chan and he's perfect to me. You know, don't you think it would be better to finally just confess? Keeping those feelings to yourself will only make you constantly wonder what would have happened if you did confess. You can't leave it too late, you'll only regret it. I know, I've been trying to get more obvious, building up the courage ever since my other friends started dating last year. It made me feel a little better about the idea of finally confessing. Well, we're at our destination now, and I believe in you. You can do it. Thank you so much, Kenji-san. I hope you and your boyfriend reunite soon. Don't get too cold walking home. See you round Midoriya. Deku waved and walked off Kenji's phone in the direction of the dorms, but before long he could hear frantic and panicked talking. He rushed toward the commotion to find Todoroki, Kirishima, and Bakugo out of bed and arguing with each other. You should have paid closer attention to him. It's not his fault, Bakugo. He already explained that Midoriya said he was going to sleep. Guys? Midoriya? Where were you? Are you okay? They all looked at Todoroki's phone as Deku shyly apologized, feeling immensely guilty for sneaking off. I'm fine though. A really nice guy helped me find my way back. You told me you wouldn't leave the dorms. Why would you do something so reckless? Maybe you should have made sure he actually went to sleep first? Bakugo. It's not Todoroki's fault, Ka-chan. I thought I would be fine and didn't want him to worry, so I snuck off. I won't do it again. It's a lot easier to get lost than I expected. I'm sorry, Todoroki-kun. I won't use your phone anymore so you don't have to worry, okay? Wait, but where will you stay in the meantime then? You can stay with me if you promise not to sneak off again. Well, I was wondering if I could stay with Ka-chan. Why the hell would you? Just stay with Icy Hot or something? Ka-chan? I would rather stay with you. Todoroki and Kirishima looked to Bakugo expectantly, awaiting his answer, until he snapped and turned around. You can do whatever you want? I'm going to bed. Hee, sorry again you guys, sleep well, good night. The couple waved as Deku left Todoroki's phone, and he made his way into Bakugo's room where he had already propped his phone on the bedside cabinet again. You were ready for me? Well, I knew that 'cause I didn't say no, obviously you'd come. Sigh, why did you even want to stay with me? I just want to be around you more. I'm happier when we're together, even if sometimes I'm more nervous around you. He noticed Bakugo was blushing and looking a little awkward, so he diverted the conversation with a joke. Your phone has some nice things to look at too. He immediately clicked through Bakugo's phone back to the photo app, catching the blonde boy off guard as he shot up to grab him in panic. No, wait. But he was too slow, and Deku was already staring at a new photo, one Bakugo had taken just that evening. Deku felt his stomach twist as he gawked at it, turning completely to sit cross-legged and admire the photo. You know, Ka-chan, it's so weird being in here, 'cause it really feels like you're right in front of me like that, but at the same time I can't touch you, it's only 2D. Why did you take another one? He turned to look at real Bakugo again, making the boy instinctively hold his phone further away as he hadn't noticed how closely he was holding it in the moment of panic. He awkwardly avoided eye contact and had no idea how to respond, only huffing a little before Deku giggled softly. Did you take it for me? No, of course not. You said the other one was hot, so I wanted to see, for myself, if I could look hot again. Shut up, this is exactly why I didn't want you in here? Why do you have to make everything awkward for? Again? What? You said, hot again, as if you stopped being hot and had to start again? Well, I just wanted to try and take another hot photo. Not that I think either of them are hot or whatever anyway. They are, you're always hot. Why are you saying that? What do you mean? I'm just being honest. Well, you think I'm hot? What am I supposed to do with that information? Take it to heart, think about it, maybe get a little flattered and think about me more, getting me stuck in your mind wondering how else I feel about you. Well, it worked. I'm glad, you should think about me more, Ka-chan. Deku's eyes were locked onto Bakugo, he had this sultry glint to them and it made the blonde boy gulp dryly. What's gotten into you? Maybe I just feel a little more confident inside a screen, plus this photo is doing things to me. Get rid of it then. In his flustered state, Bakugo tried desperately to swipe away from the photo app on his phone, but only ended up stroking Deku in the process. They both froze before Bakugo dropped his phone onto the bed and held his hands up in panic. Sorry, I swear I was just trying to hide the photo, I didn't mean to like. It's fine, Ka-chan, it's kind of fun that I can feel things through the screen. I think I'd be more scared if I couldn't, though I didn't like when Kami started petting my head like a dog earlier. As Deku was lost in thought pouting about earlier, he didn't notice that Bakugo had picked his phone up again, until he brought a finger up to carefully pet Deku's hair. What are you doing? I just wanted to try it, sorry, I really want to get that photo of myself off the screen. But it's so nice to look at, I wish I could see it for real though. Bakugo felt himself getting shy again, so he laid back on the bed and scoffed up at the ceiling. You sound like you like me or something. Wait, do you? He peered down at the screen and Deku shyly turned around, looking back at the photo before sighing and closing the app, looking Bakugo in the eyes and nodding ever so slightly. Really? You do? Yes, Ka-chan, I like you, don't make me say it again please. Bakugo hesitated for a moment before gently stroking Deku's hair again. He rolled onto his side and cradled his phone up close, cheeks rosy and lips pulling up in the corners. Could you come closer? Like make your face bigger on the screen. I think so. He seemed nervous and confused but did as he was asked, nervously chewing on his lip as he looked up at Bakugo's way bigger face through the screen. He froze and sucked in a breath as the blonde boy brushed his thumb across his cheek, down until he was pulling Deku's lip from his teeth and stroking it gently. I like you too. You're so pretty, your voice is so cute, your eyes have me hooked, those freckles, you're perfect Izuku. Well, maybe not perfect, you're pretty annoying sometimes. You like me back? Like, you wanna be with me? Hold my hand, go on dates, kiss me? I do. Every time I see your face it makes me so mad. Every fiber of my being either wants to make out with you or blow it up so I never have to look at how perfect you are ever again. Those are extremely different things, Ka-chan. Sigh, I know, I would never actually want to ruin your face, I would hate to never see it again really, it's just that part of me that hates being second place to you. You've always had the looks but at least I was stronger, now it's like you even have that over me too. For starters, you've always been super hot, Ka-chan, you're crazy if you think I've ever looked better than you, and besides that, we're about even in strength, don't you think? And what would it matter either way? We can just be great together. Ugh, I wanna kiss you so bad right now. Why is it that you finally confess to me when I can't touch you? I mean, technically I'm not untouchable. I'm not wasting our first kiss through a phone? Just 'cause it'll feel like a kiss for you, I'll just be kissing my screen. Deku pouted and huffed, before suddenly getting an idea and grinning deviously as he turned to open Bakugo's photos again. Why are you bringing that back again? Deku didn't respond, only stepping further back toward the photo and reaching out to stroke down his chest and abs. Hey, stop that, what are you? He choked on his words as Deku cupped the 2D Bakugo's cheek and leant up to peck his lips. When he pulled back he sighed and turned to face real Bakugo again, crossing his arms dejectedly. It really does just feel like I'm kissing a wall, not fair. God, they better figure out how to get you out of here ASAP. I need to finally kiss you after all these years. You're so cute. I wanna hold you close and smother you, bite your perfect skin to show everyone you're mine. Whoa, that's don't you think that's a lot? I'm not even yours, Ka-chan? Deku's heart was racing. Everything Bakugo said only made him more excited, but he couldn't say that that's embarrassing. But his embarrassment only made Bakugo grin as he brought his fingers up to start petting Deku all over, stroking his arms and chest as the boy stammered and tried in vain to cover himself. Ka-chan, it tickles, stop. Are you sure it's just tickling? Hey, what are you doing? Bakugo brushed his fingers down Deku's body to his thighs, making the boy shudder and scrunch his eyes closed. Oh god, this is like one of those awful cringe porn games. Ka-chan? I am not a game? And I'm definitely not porn? I know, sigh, but you'd be the best porn ever. Both of them went quiet as the air in Bakugo's room got heavy. He wasn't sure why he was suddenly being so honest about his feelings, but with Deku stuck in his phone after they finally confessed, it was making him jittery with impatience. And Deku was feeling the same way. Well, you could keep going? Like, touch me, if you wanted. Okay, that's enough. If you wanna read the spicy stuff, head over to Wattpad. The link will be in the description below. Just please be aware that it is not for children. I can't stop young people from reading it, but I can at least advise you not to because it's written for mature readers. I would also ask that if you are young and absolutely adamant on reading it, please don't comment about feeling uncomfortable if it's too much for you. I have warned you, and when people spam the comments with how weird they feel reading the smut, it just makes me never want to write it, which isn't fair for those who are mature enough to enjoy it. Anyways, sorry for the little rant. We'll continue the video now. All you need to know is they did some stuff, and Bakugo found out that Deku can sleep in beds from a room decorator game. Sigh, they better fix you tomorrow. I hope so. It'd be really nice to cuddle you to sleep right now. I'm exhausted honestly. Well, it is late. Sorry for keeping you up. I was a little more desperate for that than I thought. If anything, I should be apologizing. If I hadn't snuck off earlier, you would have been sleeping soundly. Don't apologize for coming here. You really think I'd trade tonight for my normal sleep schedule? You're insane. Oh, I guess not. Well, we should get as much sleep as we can now. Let me get that game loaded up again. Oh, this bed looks super comfy. He placed a large round bed in the room with a thick feather-filled duvet, and Deku sunk right in with a deep groan. Oh, it's so good, Ka-chan. Damn, now I kinda wish I could just come in here to sleep every night. No way, you'll be stuck with me when you're back. Oh, well, that's much better. Sleep well, Ka-chan. You too. He watched as Deku got comfy in the sheets and the screen went dark, smiling softly as he placed his phone on the pillow and comfortably drifted to sleep alongside him. The next morning Deku woke up first. When he opened his eyes and was so cozy in that huge puffy bed, he hardly wanted to move. But as he looked up and realized he was still in Bakugo's phone, on the pillow beside him, staring up at his ceiling, he huffed with a pout. I was kind of hoping I would magically be back to normal after a sleep. I wonder if the researchers have found anything? He sat up and stretched, realizing he could hear Bakugo's sleeping breaths beside him and feeling his heart swell. There was no way he could disturb him. Deku decided to quietly leave Bakugo's phone and check around to see who else was awake. When he made it to the common area, he could hear a bunch of people talking. Hey Ida-kun. Midoriya? Good morning? Aizawa-sensei told me to bring you to him the moment you were awake. Oh, they know how to fix me? They think so. So go quickly. Please take me. Oh, and can someone let Ka-chan know where I've gone when he gets up if I'm not back yet? Will do. 1 hour later. Bakugo gradually stirred awake in his bed, rubbing his eyes and yawning, before suddenly remembering the day before and grabbing his phone with wide, curious eyes. However, as he turned on the screen to see messy bedsheets and no Deku, his heart sank in fear. Fuck, where did you go, dumbass? He had never leapt out of bed so fast, scrambling to get dressed and rush all the way down to the common area. Izuku is gone. Oh, he went with Ida to see Aizawa-sensei. He told us to let you know when you were up. Bakugo visibly relaxed and sighed deeply, flopping down onto a couch and putting a hand to his heart. Thank God. Are they getting him out the phones? They're trying to. I'm sure it won't be much longer until he's back. I can't be quiet anymore. Oh my god, I'm sorry, but what happened last night? Kami? You? Sigh. What about last night? We told them that Deku spent the night with you after the commotion. Kami wanted to know where he was after realizing he wasn't with Todoroki anymore. Well, we actually confessed to each other last night. Really? Geez, it's about time. Congrats, dude. That's so great. Thanks. I mean, we didn't really make anything official yet. I wanted to be all cheesy and kiss him for real, then ask him to be my boyfriend. I mean, technically you could have kissed him through the phone. Pfft, imagining that is so funny. Exactly. I wasn't going to kiss my phone, dumbass. Our first kiss has to be, well, real. I really can't believe it took you so long. I wasn't planning on ever confessing. I really just thought I blew any shot I would have had based on our past. Confessing would have only ruined any progress we had made. But wasn't it so obvious he liked you back? Not entirely. There was no way to know for sure unless he told me. I was not gonna risk it based on how I thought he felt. Well, hey, it all worked out eventually. I'm sure happy for you guys. Yeah, God, I'm so impatient he needs to get back here ASAP. Why watcha wanna do everything? Huh? Oh god, Bakugo is going to go feral, you guys. You just need to get your mind out of the gutter. Maybe he just means cuddles and kisses and smothering him with love. Oh no, I mean, everything. Sigh, my dorm is right beside yours. Could you maybe keep it in Midoriya's room? I'm not fucking that nerd in front of his copious amounts of All Might merch. At least I only have one. I can turn that around, so no need to worry. You're worried about fake All Might watching you? Yeah, that would make it weird. He has a point. You're so lucky you're next door, dude. Ugh, I need to get in on some of this confessing stuff. All my friends are getting laid. Don't look at me, man. No getting laid in the dorms? Oh, if Ida's back then? They all looked to the entrance and Bakugo stood up with wide hopeful eyes, until Deku walked in with Aizawa behind him. Deku? Midoriya, you're back? He waved cutely at them all before making eye contact with Bakugo. The blonde boy was smiling so widely before he suddenly rushed toward him. Morning, Ka-chan. He was cut off as Bakugo crashed into him, scooping him up into his arms and connecting their lips desperately. That's so fucking cute. Deku kissed back as best he could through his shock, melting against Bakugo's warm soft lips as his hands held onto his shoulders for dear life. When Bakugo put him back down and their lips parted, he was abruptly pulled against his chest for a hug, feeling his cheeks warm up as he happily hugged back. I've never been so happy to see your stupid perfect face. Did this develop recently or just last night, sensei? Wait. While Midoriya was inside technology. Yeah, which is why I had to kiss him right now. Sorry, sensei. I see. Well, I hate to be in the middle of your touching reunion, however I did just need to let you all know to keep an eye on him. We are confident that everything should be back to normal, but you can never be too careful, so just don't let him be alone for a while. Oh, don't worry, sensei, I don't think Bakugo will be letting him out of his bedroom for the rest of the break. Kami? Geez, dude, be quiet. I see. Ahem. Bakugo, I will remind you that any damage to your dormitory will result in a detention period for you, and in this case most likely Midoriya as well. The damage? Cha, alright, old man. If I break my bed and we both end up in detention, we're still together anyway. Why would he break his bed? Shush babe, it's okay, don't worry about it. I will ensure you serve your punishments separately. Ugh, you're no fun. Either way, I'm taking him right now, so see you all next week. Kaka-chan? A week? Bakugo dragged Deku all the way to his dorm and clumsily shut the door behind them, falling onto the bed with the freckled boy and practically lying on top of him. You're real, really real, you're so pretty, I can't stop touching you. Bakugo brushed his cheek softly, running his fingers through his hair and stroking his lower lip. Can I kiss you again? Please do. Bakugo crashed their lips together again, not leaving an inch of space between their bodies that were sandwiched together on the bed, legs tangled and lips smacking, until Deku brushed his tongue into Bakugo's mouth. He grunted a little in surprise before deepening the kiss and letting their tongues collide, hearing Deku gasp and feeling his hands tangle into his hair. They kissed messily until they were both struggling to breathe, finally pulling back to pant desperately for air. Oh my god, that was incredible. You're incredible. Fuck. Hey, I was supposed to ask you, hang on, let me do this properly. Deku's lips pulled up at the corners as he already knew what was coming, but he watched in silence regardless, excited to hear the words. I know we were both a little impatient last night, and indulged in our desires a little desperately. But I just need to make sure you know I'm not here with you for that. I love you for who you are, and how you've always been, not just your face or body, though those are definitely a bonus. I get it, Ka-chan. Ahem, yes, so I really love you, and would be the happiest I've ever been in my life, if you'll be my boyfriend. I'll need to think about it for a while. Bakugo gasped with a frown and hit Deku's chest with a look of pure betrayal, only making the smaller boy giggle as he reached up to hold his hand and look into his eyes sincerely. I'm kidding, of course I'll be your boyfriend, Ka-chan. I love you too. Cha, you actually freaked me out for a second there. How can I make it up to you? Get naked right now, Ka-chan? Teehee, the end. Y'all are gonna get so mad at me for that ending, I already know it. Let me end my videos on funny little dramatic cliffhangers. You guys can just imagine what happened next, isn't that so much fun? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm pretty sure this is a super long one, but I really enjoyed writing it. It was the first time in a while where I didn't get stuck not knowing what to write for days on end. I also hope you liked the Wattpad, those of you who read it, and that I don't get spammed with weird comments from kids. Ahem, thanks for watching, I love y'all, bye.